Hey everyone, welcome back to Forza Motorsport 1, and in the last episode we managed to reach level 41. So we did unlock quite a few events from reaching level 40. However, I think I'm not going to jump into any of those events right away. I've had a look through all the events, had a brief look at what we can do, and I've come up with a little plan. So, there's a race in here in the professional category, which is called Ultralight Challenge, and if we beat that challenge, we receive a Lotus Exige. And we need the Lotus Exige to then go into the Championship Series. I think there's another ultra-lightweight one here, there is. And the fastest car in there is a Lotus Exige, so we pretty much need that to compete. I mean, I could have a Vauxhall VX220 and upgrade it, but I think doing it this way is a bit better. So then we get the Lotus Exige, beat that event, and then we'd finally receive the GT40, which we can then use in the endurance race. Where's that? And that's Classic Sports, because if you look at the roster there, yeah, there's a GT40 and a Ferrari 330 P4 S3, so we need one of those two to be able to complete that event, and you win the 330 for completing that event. So that's the next 3 episodes planned out. So, first of all, I don't have a car that can enter this event, and I have no way of winning a car that can go into this event. So I have no choice but to buy one. So if we go to search cars, and then we can search for the curb weight, and less than £2,055 is the exact amount we have to actually search for. So they've put that in on purpose. So we've got the Lotus Elan, Lotus Elise, and Lotus Elise 111S with slightly more power and better everything. Or we've got the 2004 Vauxhall VX220 Turbo and the European equivalent, the Opel Speedster Turbo, which is slightly worse for whatever reason that is, whether that's got a limiter or something, I don't know. And obviously these, we can't use these because that's silly. I mean, we could use that, but I guess it would say no P-class cars or whatever. So the Lotus Exige is currently locked and the GT40 is currently locked. So, I'm going to buy the Vauxhall, just is better, isn't it, in terms of acceleration and stuff. So let's buy this. Oh, that's a funky colour. Let's go in that. Buy that. So this is the second car I've bought, but hopefully this time it's actually useful. I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to upgrade it much. All I'm going to do is just maybe just upgrade the brakes slightly. Because the AI just have amazing brakes. So that's all I'm doing. Right, I'm just putting the brakes up slightly to see how we fare. It should be okay in here anyway, I'd have thought, but having better brakes doesn't hurt, does it? Right, professional. Somewhere in here. Where's it gone? Oh, it's unmodified, right? I didn't even read that. So we'll take the brakes off. Probably a better reason, actually. Alright, what are we doing in here? Brakes. Yeah, this is going to be better without any upgrades anyway. So, I tried to get a slight advantage, and they wouldn't let me, which is fair enough. I did wonder why they wouldn't let me enter that. That was strange. Right, so, ultra lightweight. Unmodified production cars weighing less than £2,055 exactly, or 932 kilos. So, we're against, yeah, the cars that we've just gone through. So what have we got? 4 laps of Tokyo Circuit, 5 laps of Alpine Ring, 3 laps of Blue Mountains Raceway, 3 laps of Rio De Janeiro. Oh, that's going to take ages. 2 laps of the Infield. I was hoping that wouldn't pop up, that one. But, right, we're off to Tokyo, first of all. I imagine we start somewhere near the front. Although the Lotus might be quicker accelerating off the line. No, we are right at the front for some reason. It's nice only having 4 laps, but I mean... Right, that only revs to 6,000. Luckily, the AI don't drive well on this track. Wow, they actually all just crashed. That wasn't me just being really crap. Well, it was. And, yeah, that was karma for me just dissing the AI there, but... Right, I always do that at least once on this track before I get used to the car and know its limitations. Just compare this to the Viper. This has literally like 0 agility and brakes. It's actually quite funny. Oh my god, what am I doing? Right, get off that. Right, definitely don't need to be in first gear there. I've had literally the worst first lap ever. I mean, it's fairly grippy. 200 horsepower in a car that's less than a ton. You know, you're going to get quite a nippy car out of it, really. It's not the most glamorous event, but I mean, if we can get a GT40 out of it eventually, and then a Ferrari 330, they're both useless after you've done that endurance event, but at least it'll get us up some ranks. This I don't think we'll get too much for, although it's not an amateur event, so maybe it will. That was a bit better. They always crash there as well. Which I did on the first lap, but I'll have cut that out probably, so... Learnt my lesson, and I will learn my lesson through the chicane. That was a bit better. I mean, there's no drama of oversteer or all that stuff, but... Right, brake, and then, yeah, there we go. That chicane is always difficult, but in a car that's not that agile, it's always harder. And this takes so long, even in this car. Well, in this car, is what I meant. Oh my god, that was so bad. It's alright, I'm learning. Yeah, nearly 2 minutes in this car. This is just slow as hell. It's not even that slow compared to what we've driven before as well, because it is B something. Only just B though. Oh god. I'm surprised they haven't overtaken me yet. It's just harder to drive the slower cars for some reason. I found it much easier to drive that Dodge. Right, I'll need to get a decent lap out of this because this is going to annoy me. Somehow 5 seconds better than my starting lap. Oh yeah, because I went round the first corner terribly, didn't I? That's probably why. I'm going to get dive bombed on that corner, I've got a feeling. It takes an age to get around the lap. It's brilliant. I've not really got my braking markers properly sus for this one. Oops. Yeah, this is not a good race for me. I do like the unmodified events though. Just makes it a little bit easier just to... When it says unmodified, can you tune it or not? Does that count as modifying? Well, that was better. Don't go down to first gear either. But yeah, I always prefer unmodified events, to be honest. You don't have to think about it, like I said before. You can just enter and just race. Right, something's coming together at least a bit more right now. Lap 3. They are going to be long races though, like 8 minutes again. Just because of how slow the car is. And I'm driving like an idiot as well. They're driving somewhat quick on this track, which is more than they usually do, to be fair. I'm not sure about this colour, in all honesty. After picking it now, that's too late on the brakes, isn't it? Yep. Well, that was a worse corner from him, which is good. I love how terribly they do some corners on this game. There's no way this is still my quickest lap, surely not. Right, final lap. Yeah, it's going to be... oh, maybe not quite as long. Is it going to be about 7 minutes, is it? Oh, God. It's quite fun to drive. I mean, I'm going to have to get used to it still a bit more. Maybe a couple of races is what I need. Oops. It's clearly the best one out of the starting lineup, though. There's quite a few that are trailing quite far behind at this point. I think that Lotus Elise, even the 111S, was quite slow in comparison to this. Had better brakes and stuff, but it's not going to win on this track. Well, that was about right. Oh, just sneaked around inside there. Four seconds ahead now. I've started driving sort of okay. I am finding it harder to drive than the quick cars. And I'm not sure why. 7-minute race, not too bad. I've already forgotten how many races there were. Yeah, we don't get that many credits at all, do we? 33,000. So we might reach 42 by the end, I'm not sure. And it's not the championship this time, so we can have a look at between each event. Was there 6 tracks? Only 5. That's not too bad then. So Alpine Ring, 5 laps. This is going to take a bit longer, actually, because it's like the same distance, but an extra lap. At least we know we're going to start in first each time. It's a good thing. Got some funky colours in there. I should pull away on the chicaney bits, but they absolutely flew round me here. Again, look, it's doing it again. Right, I'm not going in second gear because that was not good for me last time. I wanted to be ahead at this point, really. I'm going to have so much damage by the end of this. Oh, God. I just can't predict what they're going to do. I think my steering's damaged. Yes, it is. Absolutely ridiculous. The AI on this game, honestly. Even driving Vauxhalls, it's difficult to not get spun out and crashed into, and my left steering had just completely gone then. So I wasn't going to complete the rest of that with a dodgy steering column or whatever it is. Just need to not get taken out on the first corner. Right, that's better. Well, that's better if you go out and cut back in. Right, there we go. I was going too narrow last time, I think. Right, I've got some sort of buffer now. He keeps, like, dive bombing me on this corner, though. Right, now that I actually have the lead, I can hopefully fly through this bit and get away now, because they drive really slow through this bit. And that was a cut, which wasn't good. And that was terrible, right. I need to know how fast I can go through there. And it was not quite that fast. Yeah, I'm skidding all over the place in this car. Luckily, they don't drive on this track very well. But we've got 4 more laps to learn the braking points. We go here. That's too late. Miles too late. Right, so before that curb. It's really hard. I keep braking too late and then too early. I'm not sure if that's correct line through there, but... Right, I can still be a bit late here, I think. It's about right. It's just stop back end kicking out, though. That is hard to actually go through here. Compare it to being in the Viper where you could literally be nearly flat to the floor. Right, that was not the right line, but it was less dramatic at least. Yeah, we're getting a nice lead now. The longer races than I first thought. This is really slow, top end. See, that was slightly too early that time. The window to brake is quite small here, it feels. Because the car's so slow and you're going so much slower, it feels a lot more prominent when you miss like a braking point or too early. You know, it's more detrimental to your lap. It feels like, because you can't really gain the time back quickly. That was more like it for that corner though. That's a whole second quicker. Yeah, they're slow on this track. Really quite slow. That was more like it around there. There we go. Now we're doing it. That was nice. I think that was more like the line. Still quite slow. Absolutely pulling ahead though. With a 2-second quicker lap, which is always nice. That's about right. Yes, nice. Got used to the car now a little bit. Still don't like this corner, but I think I'm doing it slightly better. Seems to be easier to cut out wide, first of all, then cut back in. I think that was the best I've done that. We're 10th up. It feels really long, the race, just because of how slow it is. Oh, we're hitting the curbs right now. It's still alright. Salvageable. Still a 10th up. Don't know if I've kept that 10th. It's pretty similar to lap. Itchy eye. It was similar until I just did that. It still could be quicker. Oh, it was. Slightly too late. Definitely got better. The second placed car is miles ahead of everyone else. I've just been awful there. That was dreadful all round. Last lap's always bad. And I don't know why. Pretty much third and fourth gear the entire way around the track. That was quite perfect through there though. I'm happy with that. Still slower though, overall. And that was quite bad. Yeah. Just over a 7-minute race, that one. Field's quite split up as well. 1:23.6, that's going to have to do. It would have been a 1:23.5 if I had not gone off the course. 33,000, so we're edging closer to 42. I think we might just get there, or it's going to be very close. But luckily in the events after this, the lightweight ones, I think the next one's championship, and then we've got endurance, so we should get decent XP or credits from that. Only 3 laps of Blue Mountains, this shouldn't be too bad. Oh, we are going the other way around though, which I don't like so much. Yeah, it's Blue Mountains Raceway 2, so it's just reversed. I don't like this track so much, and this is going to be quite difficult because the AI are really quick on this track in terms of handling around the second half of the track when you're going through the mountain bit. They're slow on this bit, and I'm pretty confident you go flat out around here because it's quite slow, this car. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure they're going to catch up during this hilly section because they always do, no matter what car I'm driving, how well I drive. It's always means I'm going to get caught. I'm going to brake here because this car's crap. Do I go down to second gear? That's the question. I think I'm going to have to. Although it's not. Still doesn't feel good. It's quite close to the limiter. Maybe I'll stay in third. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe. You see, they're caught up straight away already. Like, I'm sure I don't do it that badly. No, I don't like it in second. The gearing's all weird for this. Well, it's not weird, but it's just not suitable for this track, really. Second gear is really short, I guess, then. Oh, God. I thought I could go quick around there in this car. Clearly not. Can't I go flat out around here? Oh, only just. So bad in comparison to that Viper that could do that full speed. Well, not full speed, but nearly full speed, and how much quicker that accelerates. This is tight corner, this. I could actually go a bit quicker around there, and then this leads back onto the straight, doesn't it? At least I know, like, all the tracks in the game now. Bar the test track, which is actually last. Still not really familiar with that, and Nürburgring I'm a bit more familiar with now. That was quite early. I'm surprised that wasn't a cut either. Yeah, it's going to be a 6-minute race. Nice and easy. I'm surprised they haven't caught up more in the corners. There's a massive gap between the first half of the pack and the second half. Yeah, I don't need to change the fifth, actually. Oh my God. This car... No, that was my fault. Don't blame the car. I swear I braked somewhere there last time. Oh, he's trying to overtake. Now I've got them right on my backside. Definitely leaving it in third round here. I think the Lotus is actually somewhere there. Somewhere pretty close. It'll be good around this section, won't it? It's got better handling. I'm actually down on my first lap, which was a standing start. It's quite embarrassing. Yeah, you really cannot chuck this into the corners. You've got to be pretty slow with it. It can go full speed around there. You have to full wheel lock it pretty much. And that was not good. That's bad line as well. All bad. They are quite quick on this track, the computers. Not so much on that corner for some reason. I do keep braking quite early there, but I'd rather do that than brake too late. Yeah, that's the bit I make all the ground on. And they're just right on my arse again. Right, I need to brake early this time because... See, that was miles too early. I just can't get it right. I'm either way too early on the brakes or way too late. They catch up so quickly. The understeer. I keep mounting this curb every time as well. That's only my best because I haven't crashed this time. Yet. That was just about on the limit. Alright, that was actually not too bad. There's just certain sections which I managed to pull back. That was better around there. This is going to be my quickest lap by some way. It wasn't dreadful. Again, about 7 minutes. That test track is going to take ages. That was better on the brakes there as well. Yeah, that was much quicker. A lot quicker. And the VX220 did a slower lap behind me. Opel Speedster, yeah, it was all them together, wasn't it? The Lotuses must be quite far behind. I actually did the quickest lap, surprisingly. Unless that one there was the quickest. Body damage, that was my own fault. Are we going to get to 42? No, we're not, are we, actually? Because we need 110,000. I probably should have looked at that. No, we're not going to get to 42. But at least we'll unlock the Exige, hopefully. And I know test track was last. There's one track before, which I've forgotten. Rio de Janeiro, that's 3 laps. This track's not so bad. I don't think there is a variant of this one. Do we always go the same way around this track? I think we do. I'm not particularly good at it. But at least there's no reverse track on this, because that would confuse the hell out of me. I actually quite like the Rio track that's on Forza 7. It's quite hard though, and annoyingly there's a lot of chicane sections that you can cut easily. And they do that online quite a lot, so everyone just gets dirty laps all the time. But this is nice in a car that's not so quick, because it's actually quite scary if you're going too quick down this bit. Luckily that was just about right, slightly too late. But I don't think I'll be going less than 3rd gear around this track. Because it's not so power slidey, it's actually fairly easy to take the corners. That was a whisker from losing the wing mirror there. That was a little slow. But yeah, the last time we were on this track, I'm pretty sure I was in the Zonda and the Chrysler ME412 was on my backside trying to catch me up. and did successfully catch me up, and I can't remember how I won. I might have crashed into it. That was always my method against those two cars. I want to drive both of them, though, the TVR Speed 12 and the ME412, the Chrysler. I think you just need to be a level for the TVR, and I don't think you win the ME12 either in an event, so hopefully you just need to be a certain level. I think it was level 50, the TVR, so I've got a little way to go yet, but playing some of the harder events, I should rank up a bit quicker, hopefully. That wasn't awful for a starter lap. We're actually quite far ahead already. I'm getting more into the game. I wasn't sure when I first started playing it in the first few episodes, but as I'm going through it, getting used to the physics, driving the faster cars, I am enjoying it more. Now that I know there's cars like that Dodge Viper that can handle really well. That was terrible. I thought like most of the cars were very slidey and didn't handle very well, but yeah, it's getting good towards the latter stages of the game. There's a lot of content. Not as much as some of the later Forzas, but I think this is probably about right. Like Forza Motorsport 4, for example, that had way too much content. There is such a thing as having too many races. It's quite off-putting to anyone, because it's just a mammoth task to do all them races. Haven't played Forza 2. Haven't played Forza 3 much. Forza 5 I've never played at all. Forza 6 I've played quite a bit, and Forza 7 I've played quite a bit. I don't think I've finished a career on either of them, though. Oh, God. So I think, other than Forza 4, this will be the one I've gone through the career the most. I am braking too late at this point. Did exactly the same thing as the first lap, just turned in slightly too early. Oh dear. Oh, that's no damage, it's fine. I don't get many credits anyway in this, I don't really want any taken away from me. There is quite a lot of understeer when you're trying to rag it around the corner. They are nowhere near me on this, with not brilliant driving either. Test track's going to be something interesting. I'm trying to think how many minutes it was per lap now. I always get it wrong. That was definitely too late on the brakes that time. Is it 7 minutes per lap? Or is it not quite that bad? I think this track's more enjoyable in a slow car. It is quite mental in a quick car. The Zonda wasn't too bad though, but still, especially this section. I remember going up this hill after this corner, and it was a bit leery over there. This section fully accelerating over the crest there, that was a bit horrible. Slightly down on my best lap. Yeah, that's quite a short race really, it's not too bad at all. Go out wider, there you go, that's how you do it. That should be quicker now, way quicker than my other lap. Quite far ahead in the end. 204.9. No damage, not much credits again, or many credits. Yeah, we're going to be good 40,000 off, or 30-something thousand off by the time we finish the next one. So unfortunately, we've got the test track to do. 2 laps as well. I've completely forgotten the lap time. And we're going the other way around. It's actually the correct way around, because the first time I did this, I did the Infield 2, which was actually reversed. So this is forward then. I'm hoping this isn't going to be too bad with this car. I wonder why the Opel is in 3rd place and then the same car, Vauxhall, is in 4th place. And another Opel Speedster. That's strange. And why is the 135 above the 111? I don't know. Whatever. Don't question it. World's slowest start. Huge drop-off, though, in some of those cars accelerating there. Now, I'm going to have to reach into the depths of my memory to try and remember any of this track. This is the slowest car we've been on this, though, so hopefully I can... or is it the slowest? Did I drive a D-Class on this once? Once upon a time. Actually have to go down to 2nd gear. It's a lot easier to judge the track in this car, to be honest with you. Don't know how quickly to do these, because if you do it too quick, that sort of stuff happens. Much easier in slower cars. I don't overshoot the corners half as much. That was terrible. I didn't know how much to accelerate there. Nice mountains in the background, though. Oh, this is the corner that catches me out. I remember it quite well now. I don't know what the hell I'm doing around these corners. At least I've got another lap to have a go. Very easy to oversteer on this bit. Doing that a bit quicker at least. That looks very strange seeing them all zigzag on the curbs there. So yeah, braking way too much for these. Right, this is the horrible bit, the hairpin bit. And I already misjudged that horrendously. I think that's best leaving in 2nd. 1st gear is not really a good idea. You do have to go to 2nd gear quite a lot in this. Some crazy corners. Again, I'm just guessing, completely forgetting. Maybe by the end of this game, I'll get this track in my head. Because I didn't want this to happen, look. Oh, just about. I thought it was going to be worse. I'd rather stop short and misjudge the corner that way than overshooting. Driving across the grass. Is this another hairpin? Yes, it is. That was actually maybe how you're supposed to do that, to be honest. So many hairpins on this circuit. And that's the corner that always catches me out. This corner's quite tight, actually. It's very easy to misjudge that one right. We're not that far ahead. Far enough ahead to be slightly comfortable. How long's that? 3 seconds? Yeah. Oh, actually did that bob on there. That was nice. Only a 4-minute lap. See, I've got the lap times completely wrong in my head. Well, it's definitely the longest lap in the game, but... Well, actually, excluding Nürburgring. Right, that's better. We've got a bit of a lead now. Oh, that one's always tighter than I remember. Comes out of nowhere. Five seconds better, but that bit was horrible. I think we're pulling away. This is that corner that keeps getting me. So hard to judge it. Like that. Look. Oh. Right, we didn't get a penalty. It's good. I'm going to aim for no penalty. I'm in completely the wrong angles for these corners. That section was not good. Oh, thought I could do more with the car than I just did. I hate this section. It does not feel right at all. Five seconds ahead though, smashing it. That was very nearly too late on the brakes. Just one lapse of concentration and you're off the track. Hey, that was actually not too bad. Definitely better to brake early and just sort of accelerate through. Oops, that's first gear. Money shifted it. It would take me ages to get a lap on this that I'm happy with. It'll probably take more time than I'm willing to give. That second lap definitely went quicker. That was not a good last corner. Well, that's going to be much quicker anyway because there's no penalties. And they are catching up through that bit again. Not the most exciting racing this series, but nonetheless, 4:17. Yeah, some of those absolutely killed it. And some of them got a lot of penalties by the looks of it. 33,000, so not quite. Yeah, we're about 40,000 off the next level. But this is why we did this, because we've won a Lotus Exige, which is a fair bit better with less power, which is surprising. but it weighs hardly anything. Good acceleration, good cornering, good braking, all that stuff. I wonder how it does compare, actually, to the Vauxhall. I might put them side by side. But we've done that ultralights challenge, so for the next episode we will look at... That's actually half the professional events done. We'll look at something in here. Ultra lightweight, ultralights challenge is exactly the same thing, but 2 Lotus Exiges added in and 6 races, and we'll win the Ford GT40. So let's have a look at just that Vauxhall versus the Exige. Yeah, it's loads worse on speed, but just lighter. That's it, really. That's only just in that weight bracket, whereas the Exige is quite a bit lighter and just better at everything. And let's have a look at the percentage. I think we're over a third, aren't we? Something like 38, is it? Yeah, 38.7. Long game, lots of stuff to do, but it's pretty good. So that's the end of this episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed, as always, and I will catch you in the next one.